You kind of lost me at data transfer. I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Not sure what's going on here. Let's try it again.
You kind of lost me at data transfer. I don't know what's going on.
Our intro's not playing. There we go. I don't know what the deal is there. Delayed internet or something. We'll we'll try it again.
You kind of lost me at data transfer. I don't know what's going on.
FTP, file transfer protocol.
Now, what we have to remember is that not every position can be changed to every other position.
And making sure that the users we have now stay happy and stay on while trying to attract some other people to play it.
They make my home, but that.
Yeah. No, that's over in a heartbeat. Ain't got any problem with that.
I guess it got to working somehow. I don't know what I did or didn't do to create that issue, but nonetheless, here we are. Tonight's show, we're planning to have some of the coaches from Bryant World, the Big East Conference. It's all full except for, I believe, 2 or 3 teams. So maybe they'll show up. If not, it'll be a short show. I know last episode we had the Wilkinson Big East, the Beast on, and I'm going to try to do the same thing here for Bryant. So until somebody from that conference shows up, and I'm in it, so until one of my conference mates shows up, let me just say that this is episode 20 of season 4. And as I mentioned before, it's not 4 real life seasons. We tend to run about 15 or 20 shows and call that a season, change up the intro and that type thing, make any type of changes. As you can see, the background is changed on this one. So this is what it'll be for the next couple shows, at least anyway. But there are going to be more shows in the future. And the reason I say it that way is after today's show, This, That, and the Other will be going on hiatus to be determined. It should be after the football season, high school football season, college football season. The show should be back on, hopefully running twice a month. But before then, if there's a need for the show to come on and share information or discuss something, or there's a community push for it, I'll try to make some time and get a show generated. But right now I'm producing and hosting an Arkansas high school football show, and that's going to take up a lot of my time. So this show has been quite successful, and I hope to keep it going for quite some time, to be honest with you. I enjoy doing it, and have a lot of comments from folks who say they've learned a lot, and some things that they may not agree with, some things that they think I'm totally out of the blue on, that don't have a clue what I'm talking about. And I enjoy those conversations because it either, one, helps me correct my thinking, or 2, I learned something in the process. So either way, it works for me. But again, I hope that everybody has enjoyed the show, and I look forward to being able to do it, in the conclusion of the regular football season that is about to get underway. And speaking of which, we're going to have our TTATO fantasy football draft. I believe that's this Sunday. We've already had the keeper deadline initiated. So all the teams have coaches. All the coaches are in place. And the keepers that they have decided to keep have been selected, and they'll be the first ones they get in the draft process. If you're not familiar with the dynasty process in fantasy football, Google it. It's quite in depth, and a little too in depth for the time that we have here to go over everything. But looking forward to that season. I had a good time with it last year. I think we changed 2 coaches for this season. So it's always a good time. Just adds for a little more camaraderie and ability for folks to get to know each other outside of the Gridiron Dynasty world. maybe next year there'll be some more spots, and if there's enough interest, heck, I'll just generate an entirely different league. We'll have 2 leagues if necessary. But so far, it's been positive comments, and everybody seems to enjoy it, and we'll see what happens. But again, today's show was intended to be with the Big East coaches out of the Bryant world. It's about 10 after, so it's normally the amount of time I give folks to show up before I shut things down, and they're not here. And I know you don't want to hear me run my mouth for the next 45 minutes or so. So we're going to go ahead and call this a show and put a wrap on this season 4, episode 20. When we come back, whenever that may be, it'll be season 5, episode 1. And until then, again, thank you so much for everybody that's tuned in, and the kudos and the comments regarding the show. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it and look forward to picking it back up at a later time. So as your host, I'm Magic, and we'll talk to you again some other time. Thanks so much, everybody.